Ruben Amorim has had enough. He has made the tough decision to sign a new goalkeeper this year. It might be this January, I'll tell you why it could be, or even in the summer, depending on resources. But it has been done, dusted, and Andre Onana is now under immense pressure. Welcome to the United Sport. My name is Webb, and here is a quick late night update. If you're seeing this morning, it's all, of course, because there is a beautiful development, and I hinted about this before, telling you about how Ruben Amorim had identified the Borussia Dortmund goalkeeper as a potential guy to bring in and bolster the goalkeeping department. Now, here is the latest coming through from Samuel Lakas. This is a credible journalist when it comes to Manchester United news. He writes for Manchester United News. That's the name of the platform he writes for. Very, very big source. Now, he has come out to confirm this, that Ruben Amorim wants to sign a new goalkeeper to push Andre Onana. Guys, this is what I've always been saying. Even with all the errors and the struggles, the initial struggles he had while joining Man United, Andre Onana has proved to us how world-class a goalkeeper he can be. We know he is a world-class goalkeeper, but he went in a poor team, and you don't expect a world-class goalkeeper to be consistent in a team that's leaking balls through the middle for fun. Certainly, the more they come at you, you will eventually give in and concede goals. No wonder he has conceded 26 goals in 19 games. Now, that's not entirely because of him, but of these goals, there are those particular games you look at and you're thinking these were individual errors and they do not look good on a Manchester United number one. The most recent is obviously that direct corner against Wolves that Cunha took in. Let me tell you guys, if you're watching me, you've got a son, a daughter, or a friend, a brother, or someone you know who has a dream of becoming a goalkeeper at any level in top flight football, it is unacceptable to concede a direct corner. It is completely unacceptable. Manchester United has conceded 2 from both our goalkeepers. That is Andre Onana against Wolves from Cunha and Altel Baindil when we were being ejected out of the Carabao Cup. Now with Baindil, you would understand, maybe you could say, you can even try to protect him and say he was fouled, though VAR did not give, there was no VAR to give it, because I think someone sort of seemed to have blocked his arm that he couldn't stretch it to head the ball, to knock the ball out and stuff. But for Andre Onana, it is completely unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. You don't concede such a direct corner. It's wrong. It exposes you. It shows a lot of weaknesses in your game. And if we take it back a notch, against Victoria Pleasant, Onana made errors. Against Nottingham Forest, Onana made errors. You do recall, against Arsenal, the 2 set pieces Arsenal scored, Onana was hesitant to come out of the box. As a goalkeeper, the one area you should boss is your goal, especially if it's a corner, because the referees will always protect you. You've got the first right of refusal, if I would call it that for lack of a better description. You are the boss when it comes to a corner. Any slight touch on the goalkeeper is a foul against the outfield player. But Onana doesn't use that to his advantage. He's jittery in between the sticks. Every corner Arsenal took felt like a penalty. You thought it would go in because of how jittery the goalkeeper was, not commanding his defenders and players where to go. It's wrong because you've got the advantage. All those things expose you, and a serious goalkeeper, a serious coach will not allow them. No. So now what is happening is they are saying this is not because Onana is a bad keeper. It's because the number 2 he has is not pushing him. Guys, look, Andre Onana was brought in to replace the best goalkeeper in the Premier League the season before, in David De Gea. Man United paid £47.2 million to Inter Milan. You don't have a £47.2 million goalkeeper and you back them up with a £4.6 million Turkish number 2 from somewhere as their backup. It's wrong. It's unbelievable. All the best teams in the world have competition in between the sticks. You can talk of Sanchez and Jorgensen at Chelsea. You can talk of Alisson and Colea at Liverpool. Alisson was injured for a long time. Colea was almost taking that place, and running away with it. And people were actually asking Arne Slot that if Alisson returns, is he going to be number 1? Until he had to make it clear, yes, he is still the number 1. Same thing with Enzo Maresca and Sanchez. When Sanchez was out, and people were thinking the number 2 was going to take his place. That's how close they were. Talk of Man City. You think of Ederson and Ortega, and you struggle to know who is actually, to tell who is between the two is really better. Well, perhaps, of course, Ederson is better, but it's close. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. It's close. That's so certainly Ederson will be pushed by Ortega. Alisson will be pushed by Kelea because he knows if he doesn't step up his game, he's going on the bench or he will be sold. But you have an Andre Onana, a guy who has proved before that he was as good as the very best as Ederson and Alisson, being pushed by Indil, who is not good enough to even start in a friendly game or a Carabao Cup game. You don't do that. You're killing. So that's why I say the decision, and it's a very good decision. This decision is good not just for Man United, but for Onana's career, because he was going to become stale and lose his career because he has no one to push him. But this change might come so early because, first of all, Tom Heaton, the third choice, is turning 39. His contract runs out in the summer. He'll probably leave. So Bindil might be sold in January. Remember, at some point, because of his lack of game time under Eric Ten Hag, he seemed to want to leave. There were rumors that he wanted to leave to go elsewhere where he would get more playing time. But you look at him, even the way he kicks the ball. If you remember critically, the way he hits the ball when he's passing and distributing the ball is quite suspect. There are passes he would send, and you think an opponent is almost going to intercept the ball, and because he was trying, I think, to send the ball twice, did the same thing, trying to send the ball once to, I think, Yoro, and the other time to Mazraoui. And I'm like, okay, this is scary. The way the ball, he swings the pass, and you're thinking, is he sure of what he's doing? So I think he's not, up there. He's not at the level of Andre Onana. So for me, this is a smart decision from Ruben Amorim. And the Borussia Dortmund number one is one of the guys that have been looking at to come in and push Andre Onana. So that's a quick update concerning what's happening, guys. The January transfer window, there might not be money, but there will be certain movements and changes in a way. Or there could be money found from somewhere we may not know yet, but there must be something that will shake if United is going to try and salvage this season. If not, relegation